Keilim Perik Tesvav, Mishnah Daled. Says the Mishnah, Kol ha-toluyim tamein. A tolui is in English known as a hanger. It's a little thing attached to a keli, a little piece of reed or string attached to the keli. For instance, you have one on the back of your jacket to hang it up on the hook over here. You have it on the keli, generally speaking used as that little handle, a hanger, to hang it on the wall. Says the Mishnah, all tuluyim which are attached to a keli are tomei. Chutz, and there's a few exceptions. Chutz mit tuloi nofa uchvara shabal abayis divrei Rabbi Meir. Okay, a little bit of an introduction. Of course, if you have a keli and it comes from the factory with a hanger on, for instance, in the case of a jacket, the back of the jacket there's a hanger, that's part of the keli. And therefore, under everybody's rules, that would be called at least a yad of the kli, and of course will be able, it's tomei with the keli. In other words, when you touch the hanger, the kli becomes tomei. Or if the kli is tomei and something touches the hanger, it becomes tomei. It's part of the keli. That's not being discussed here. A tolui which is fixed to the kli, even if it wasn't made in the original manufacture, but if you then attach a tolui to a kli to be there forever, then of course it's part of the keli. Here we're talking about a tolui which is not attached to the kli on a permanent basis. So it's an arai. Now, if it's a real arai, in other words, you take it off and on, then that will be discussed later on in the rules we'll see in Perik Chof Mishnah Gimel. This one is halfway. In other words, you put it on, temporarily, it'll be on there for maybe a few days or a few weeks, and then it'll either fall off or you'll replace it with another one. It's halfway between kavua and arai. Remeir holds that all tuluyim, devaila, it's there. Devaila, while it's there, it has a purpose. The purpose is a tolui to use for hanging. Remeir holds that all such tuluyim are tomei, unless we're dealing with a tolui of a nofa uchvara shabal abayis. Nofa uchvara are types of sieves used by a balabayis at home. Everybody agrees, even Remeir, who's more machmer in this Mishnah, he holds that the tolui of a nofa uchvara is so arai, and it's so easily put on and off, and that's the derech of a balabayis to do that, that l'chule alma moida, that's called an arai, and therefore hasn't got the din of a proper yad. The Chachamim hold kulam tahirim. They hold all such tuluyim which are arai are tahir, and we'll actually see at the end of the Mishnah there's a klal which sums up the rule of the Chachamim. So we'll do that rule first. Zeh klal. If the purpose of the tolui isn't just there to be used to hang the thing on a hook, the hanger actually helps you when you're doing the particular function of that malacha. For instance, you actually put your hand or your fingers inside the tolui, so it helps you do the particular malacha. Say the Chachamim, that now makes it part of the kli and is tomei. However, if the tolui, this arai dika tolui, is there just made for tolui, for hanging on the wall, then that's tahir. And then he's going to give examples of this. Say the Chachamim, kulam tahirin. Generally speaking, a tolui is there just for tolui, for hanging, therefore it's tahir. Chutz, from the following list, where the tolui actually helps you with the function of that kli. Chutz mit tolui nofeshal salosin. The people who make solis have a sieve, and the sieve has maybe at both ends a little tolui, and when you sieve, you actually put your hands or your fingers inside the tolui, and it helps you sieve. For tolui kivras gronos, kivra is also a very big sieve, a large sieve used in the granary, in the goyrin, not just one used in the kitchen. Then, of course, that's Messiah B'Shas Malacha. Tolui magal yad, a scythe, a hand scythe has a tolui. Tolui makal ha-baloshin. A balosh is somebody in the customs, they search through your luggage to find any contraband, the stuff which you're smuggling. They have a special stick to search through, and the stick has a tolui, which actually helps the man search. those Tuluyim are part of the Kli, they actually help the person do the Malacha. Zaklal. Also the Tzayeh B'Shas Malacha Tomi. If the Tol is there to help you do the particular function of a Kli, then in this case it changes it from a Tashmish Arai to more of a Kavua, to a Yad Kavua. Also the Tolui Torah, however, if it's just going to be used for Tolui, and the fact that we're dealing with a Tolui which is Arai, in such a case, the Chachamim hold Tahor.